You found it. The app that's going to fix everything in your business. Maybe it was a YouTube video of somebody's beautiful Notion setup. All those linked databases and pretty toggles. Maybe a business bestie swears by ClickUp and that it changed her life. Maybe an ad caught you at just the right moment of desperation, 9 p.m. on a Sunday night, staring at the chaos thinking there's got to be a better way. So you signed up. You imported everything. You spent the next afternoon setting it all up and it felt amazing, like a fresh notebook on the first day of school. And then 3 weeks later, when did you last open it? Yeah, me too, my friends, more times than I care to admit. And today I'm going to show you exactly why that keeps happening, because it's not the app's fault. And my friends, it's definitely not your fault, because there's a difference between a software and a system that nobody selling the software explains, because their business depends on you not knowing it. But once you see it, your impulse app buying at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night will diminish. Well, hopefully anyway. So shall we take a moment of silence for those apps that are in the graveyard? You know the one: Trello, Asana, ClickUp, Monday, Evernote, that habit tracker, the other habit tracker. Every one of them giving us the same promise that this is the thing that will finally organize your business. And every one of them is now a monthly chart that you keep forgetting to cancel, or a login that you'd have to reset the password because it's been so long since you visited it. And here's what happens in your head every time those apps go quiet. You don't blame the app. I'm not disciplined enough. I'm not a systems person. See, why can they get organized and I can't? What's wrong with me? Nothing, my friends. Nothing is wrong with you. You've just been sold a container and told that it was the solution. Let me explain what I mean. Here's the distinction, and I invite you to write this one down. Software is a container. Systems is a set of decisions. That's it. That's the whole video. You could leave now, but I hope you stay with me because the difference goes deeper than that. Think about buying one of those beautiful drawer organizers, the bamboo kind with the little compartments in it. You bring it home, you slide it in the drawer, and for about a week, it's lovely. But you never actually decided what goes in each compartment. You never decided what happens when something new comes in. You never decided what leaves. So within a month, the batteries, the rubber bands, and the takeout menus have colonized every compartment. And now you just have a fancier junk drawer. The organizer didn't fail. There was just never a system inside it. Your business apps work the exact same way. ClickUp is a container. Notion is a container. Your inbox, your Google Drive, your project board, containers, all of them. And a container without decisions doesn't organize itself. It just gives your chaos a nicer address. So a system is a set of decisions that fills the container. The what, where, who, when. So what goes in it is just as important as what doesn't. Where each thing's lived. So there's never this, where do I put this thing kind of moment when you interact with it. So it doesn't depend on motivation or memory. And who does what, which for us solopreneurs, it's you and you and you for all the things, which is why the decisions matter more for us. So the system is a set of predetermined decisions for the who, what, where, and when. So when someone shows you their gorgeous Notion setup, you're not seeing software. You're seeing hundreds of decisions that person has already made, wearing software as the outfit. And you like the outfit. You didn't get the decisions. So of course it didn't fit. And there's a deeper cost to this cycle, one that we talk about a lot on this channel. Every abandoned app isn't neutral. It's evidence. Your brain quietly files each one away as proof that organization doesn't work for you, that your business is uniquely unfixable. So every new app arrives carrying the weight of every app that came before it. And the setup that felt exciting at 8 a.m. on a Monday, and then by Wednesday has been abandoned, or it at least starts feeling heavy. And that heaviness isn't laziness. That's your body remembering the pattern before your mind does. And a new container actually adds decisions before it removes any. So taking in that new Asana or Trello board, you're deciding whether something goes in the new app or stays in the old app, whether today's the day that you finally set up all the tags and the dates. So it ends up adding more open questions. And if you've been around here for a while, you know what open questions do to a nervous system. Now, if you're sitting there realizing that your business is full of containers with no decisions in them and you're trying to figure out where to even start, I built something for exactly just that. It's the Sacred Systems Audit. It's free. It takes 5 minutes. It walks you through your business backend to show you where the missing decisions are hiding, not which app to buy, where the decisions are missing. That link will be in the description, and I would love for you to do that before you spend another dollar on software. Okay, but today let's build a real system together so you can feel the difference. And I'm going to use the inbox because everybody has one and very few people have a system inside of it. And I want you to see how none of this requires new software. We're using the email that you already have using the what, where, and when system that we just talked about. Decision 1, what an email can become. In a real inbox system, every email that comes in becomes one of 4 things. It gets answered, it gets scheduled, it gets filed, or it gets deleted. 4 doors. That's the whole universe. The reason that your inbox feels like a battlefield is that right now, every email is an open question with infinite possible answers. And infinite is exhausting. Decision 2, where things live. 3 folders: action, waiting, archive. Not 27 color-coded tabs, because every extra category is just another decision that you have to make. So to explain those 3 folders: action, it's yours to do. Waiting, it means I've answered it and the ball's in somebody else's court. And archive means it's done, it's searchable, and it's out of sight. Decision 3, when I touch it. The inbox gets opened at set times, and that is when you process it. We don't have it open all day long. We're not browsing. We're not looking at the same email over and over and over again, wondering what to do with it. We set a time and we process it, because browsing is like looking at that junk drawer that we set up and just kind of poking at it. So in those set times, we're processing every email through one of those 4 doors: answer, file, schedule, delete. Decision 4, what happens to the leftovers? Anything sitting in your action longer than a week gets an honest look. Is this actually a task hiding in my inbox? And then it moves to wherever your tasks live. And here's something I want to remind you. An inbox is a receiving dock, not your warehouse. Nothing gets stored where it landed. So 4 decisions, $0, no new app. Here's what I invite you to notice. I can hand you these 4 exact decisions in Gmail, Outlook, or email software from 2009, and they'd work identically, because the system was never the software. The system is the decisions. The software just holds them. That's what how to organize my business as a solopreneur means. Not finding the right app, making the right decisions once so you stop making 100 little ones every day. So here's the shift I'd like you to walk away with today. The next time you feel that 9 p.m. Sunday pull towards a shiny new app, pause and ask yourself one question. What decision am I hoping this app will make for me? Because that's what we're really shopping for in those moments. Not features, relief. We're hoping that the software will decide where things need to go so that we don't have to. And it never will, because it can't. Software holds the decisions. It doesn't make them. The good news is decisions are free. You don't have to pay $30 a month. You don't have a $30 a month problem. You have a one honest afternoon problem. And once the decisions exist, almost any container will hold them, including the ones you probably already own. The apps in your graveyard, most of them would have worked fine. They were just empty drawer organizers waiting for the decisions to be made. Some of them might even be worth a second chance, now that you know what's actually missing. I say this all the time. Good business is simple, my friends. Not because the work is easy, but because a real system removes the 100 tiny questions that we have to answer every day, and that's what makes it hard, which is taxing your mind and your body. So I'm curious, and tell me in the comments, how many apps are in your graveyard right now? And perhaps I'll post mine as well. I can tell you it's not a small number. I read every comment. So your next step, if this landed for you today, is the Sacred Systems audit. It'll be in the descriptions, and it'll show you exactly where those missing decisions are in your business backend. 5 minutes, it's free. And when you're ready to build the full set of decisions across your entire business backend, inbox, files, tasks, all of it, with support while you do it, that's Strategic Blueprint, my 5-week accelerator. That link will be down there too. Open door whenever you're ready. And now if you're wondering why the system that you did build with a real set of decisions already made fell apart, sometimes there's a deeper reason for that. And it lives in your nervous system, not your willpower. I made a whole video on that too, and I'll link it right here. All right, I'll see you in the next video or in the comments below. Stay gold, my friends.